Hi boys and girls, and welcome to Maths for Monday. So today we are learning to count numbers on a tens frame and represent numbers on a tens frame, okay? So that is your learning intention. You will be successful if you know what a tens frame is, if you can count the dots on a tens frame and write the number next to it, and if you can draw the amount of dots shown on a tens frame to represent the number given. Okay, so you need to open Maths Worksheet Monday. Yours will be similar to this, okay, but mine is slightly different because I've just drawn it up. Okay, so we're going to have a look at this first. Who knows what this is? Have a think. Have you seen this before? Have a think what this is. Let's count how many spaces it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has 10 spaces. So do you know what this is? This is a tens frame, okay? We know this because they always look like this and it has 10 spaces. So this tens frame tells us how many numbers there are. So when there is dots on this tens frame, it tells us how many numbers there are, how much there is, okay? So if I give you the number 3, you can draw 3 dots on this tens frame, and then we know that you have 3, okay? So your task for today is to open Maths Worksheet Monday, and on your worksheet you're going to see some tens frames that look like this, that have dots on them, and some blank tens frames that have numbers next to them, okay? So your task today is to grab a pencil, and you need to have a look at this one and count the amount shown on the tens frame. So we're going to count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that this tens frame has 4 dots on it. So it is showing us the number 4. So we need to write that next to that tens frame, okay? You need to do the same for this one. You need to count the amount of dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are 8 dots on this tens frame. So that means you need to write that number next to it, because that is the number that it is showing us, okay? With these blank tens frames down here, they have numbers next to them. You need to read that number and you need to draw it on the tens frame how much that number is representing, okay? So for example, this number is 3. We need to represent it on our tens frame. So how many dots are we going to do on our tens frame if we have the number 3 next to our tens frame? Remember, if we have the number 3, we need to represent 3 on the tens frame. So how many dots am I going to draw? 3 dots, okay? On this last one, it has the number 10. So how many dots am I going to draw to represent 10 on this tens frame? Do you think this tens frame is going to be full? If it has 10 spaces and we're going to draw 10 dots to show the number 10, this tens frame should be full. So we need to draw 1 dot in each square to do 10 dots. So have a look here. And a great way of counting this nice and quickly is to skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Because a tens frame represents the numbers 0 to 10. So your task today is to open Maths Worksheet Monday. You're going to have some tens frames with dots on them, and you need to write the number next to it, how many dots there are. And there's going to be some tens frames that are blank that have a number next to them. And you'll need to read that number and draw the amount of dots on the tens frame, okay? So that is your task for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, have fun.